Press X to Continue podcast. And this is your host, Captain Chris. And what we are doing today is we're going to have a first kind of standard podcast. I know, standard with this show. But first, let's go ahead and do introductions. Here at the bottom of the screen, we're going to have a first standard podcast. Evan the Pixel Pusher, who is our resident, I don't know what the heck you are. You're my variety person that plays with me, and we talk till like 3 in the morning. All the time.
So, variety comedy forever for the whole family.
He's the comedy relief. Is definitely not just
I'm the funny chubby guy that goes second or third in all the horror movies. That's what happens. That's who I am in this group. I don't know who's going to be the woman that not the woman, but well, which of these women is going to go first though? That's the thing now. It's either the really dumb guy that goes first or the girlfriend. If we were a horror movie, who would go first?
Obviously, I think
that might be A-list.
Why would A-list go? Why would A-list go first?
Because I'm the only one who shows cleavage on my stream.
That's right.
Well, no, it's not. It's not about that. You could leave a sock on and it would protect you. That's the thing. Never take all of your clothes off in a horror movie, and you'll be fine. Problem is, they always get full naked in the shower. If they had a bathing suit on and they took a shower, they would.
It didn't work in Scream. I mean, it's still our whatever it is.
I stand by that. I think Scream did it wrong, is what I'm going to say. Scream did it wrong. Every other horror movie does it right.
Yep.
They were dumb, is what I'm going.
Our two Five Nights at Freddy's players, speaking of horror games, are my right on the stream, I guess. It's just weird. Cameras are weird. But we have A-list down kitty corner to me, and then she's alive and not some Moonhead picture this time. Anna over at Hickville Productions, our resident artist that we keep too busy. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So for the format, just to let you know what to expect for this the duration of this podcast. I'm going to we're going to talk about the games we've been playing, about some news issues, and then probably wrap up with looking at releases. So, that's pretty much the standard of the show this time around. So I'm going to start with Evan. What have you been playing this week?
Well, let's see. I've been playing, obviously, a lot of Nintendo games for various reasons.
Yeah.
Let's see. I've been mostly Zelda. I've been on a real Zelda kick lately. I don't know. I think after E3, everybody, including myself, was a little hurt that we didn't get any extra Zelda news about the new Zelda that's supposedly coming out, but not coming out this year anymore. So, Ocarina of Time for the N64 came out on the Wii U eShop, and I bought that and stream, alternating back and forth Ocarina of Time and the Wind Waker HD on stream.
Yeah.
And I've been having.
You're lagging, Evan, so I'm not trying to cut you short, but until your connection goes, I'm just going to let A-list
I don't know. I have to turn on my doing this week. Well,
your connection's being
Portal
a little
Stories.
meh.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and get the A-list. We'll come back to you when your connection's doing all right. So, A-list, do you want to go?
Sure. This week, I've actually gotten back into Star Wars The Old Republic after about 6 months away.
Really?
So, yes, and when we start talking about releases, I will let everybody know why it's like the perfect time to go back and subscribe, not just do the free-to-play.
Yeah.
I've been doing that. As much as I really, really want to go back to World of Warcraft, I have resisted the urge to get into Tanaan Jungle. And I've been playing an indie game because, I have one indie running at a time. I've been doing one called Grindia, which is really inspired by Link to the Past and old SNES games. Very cute, lots of slimes, really cheeky humor, and I have purple hair, so that makes me happy. And then I've been playing Don't Starve Together Alone because I play
Aw.
at different times than all you guys, so I'm like forever alone recording
Aw.
Don't Starve Together,
So-
but it's been a blast.
So wait, you're playing a multiplayer game alone, so you're just playing the regular version of the game.
I don't
'Cause
have
there
the
is two
regular
different
version. I don't have the
How do you
regular
not
version.
have the-
Because Chris and me got it together, and I got just the multiplayer version, so I'm trying to
Okay.
learn how to not get killed by dogs in the middle of the night. That's my goal
Yeah.
right now.
Build
Yeah.
a fort. That is the strategy. Build a fort
Yeah,
around
but-
it. I like to find a peninsula and then build a rock wall in it with like one place that you can get through in it. And when you start hearing those dogs coming, you put a rock wall there, and then you put trees along the outside and set them on fire. So as soon as they try to go around the outside, they're like fire, and then by the time you get to them,
See?
it's so much easier to kill them.
And this is the proof that I would die first.
Yep. Voted most likely to die first on the podcast.
Okay, well there you go. See, when I play like I don't know if you would really call Don't Starve an RTS game, but it plays
Yeah.
somewhat like an RTS game when it comes to surviving and resource gathering.
Yeah.
And
Not
even when
that
I don't
easy.
play too many of them anymore, but when I used to play a lot, I was always the guy that I would build a giant wall around my entire base, and I would put like turrets and defensive missiles or whatever like every other block. You would not even be able to get close to my wall if you did that. So like I would upgrade the wall, put turrets freaking everywhere. If you tried to attack me, half your army would be dead by the time you got through my wall, and I would just finish you off with a giant mass army I had behind it, and it'd be like, it's cakewalk. I just destroy everything with just my wall. I could win just by like expanding my wall outward towards everybody else, and my wall would kill people.
At least we know how to beat Evan now.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
you have to tunnel under the wall. You're good.
I remember that. Oh, there was this old RTS game. Oh, I can't remember the name, but you had tunnelers. So like it was a castle building game, but you would just build things that just burrowed under the walls, and it just wrecked everything.
Yeah,
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
The EA game, the BioWare game, EA BioWare, Knights of the Old Republic. I play that, A-List, so if you want to play together, I do. I have a pretty buy-to-play account set up, so I have like time locks on the certain things, but I love playing that game. It's really good. It's free. It's basically KOTOR 4 or 3 or whatever, and the story's phenomenal. So if you guys don't play the EA BioWare Knights of the Old Republic, give it a try because the story's pretty great. So Evan and I were actually talking about that last night, actually.
Yep. Yes, we were.
So, it's free to play. So, although you might want to spend like $5-10 to get certain things unlocked in the cash shop.
I'll go ahead and run through this real quick since I mentioned it earlier. There's a really good reason to actually subscribe to the game right now, which is there is a new mini expansion of sorts that's getting ready to come out. And is going to be accessible by subscribers only starting on the 27th of October. Yeah. Knights of the Fallen Empire is going to be neither side. Your enemy's going to be something completely new. They're returning to the really heavy storyline-driven stuff that they had when you're playing your own character, not like the recent expansions where they kind of fell away from that a little bit. Subscribers are going to get to experience all the new content in just a couple months.
Yeah. So I know I get it, but I mean I'm a premium or whatever, so I generally get the expansions like 2 weeks after your subs do, and that's okay with me. I mean, but now that I'm doing a channel, maybe not. But I haven't done any content from that game, so I probably won't unless I do like a full Let's Play. And just like do a Star Wars level up or like a Star Wars role play with the channel, but we'll see. So, because I love that game too. So.
Yay, RP.
Yeah, and that. Evan, do you want to continue with yours? You were talking about Portal Stories Mel a little bit.
Yeah. Well, it's a few things that I've been doing. I've been playing. Life is Strange. Been playing through that. I don't know if anybody else has played that yet. Yeah. Great game.
Not played, but I've watched.
Not yet. Yeah, I watched too.
It's great. Well, I know she watched because she watched my video. And by the way, thanks for spoiling it in the comments, by the way.
Hey, it was in your thumbnail.
No, that could have been a teaser image. You don't know I actually got there. That's why you have to watch the whole episode. See, there was thinking going on there. Anyway, also, it was a really good image. I did like the image, actually. It was a pretty good one. But, yeah, it's... no, but I really like that. I still got to go through episode 3. Because I think episode 4 is getting ready to come out. Really liking that game. The story is pretty good. I'm surprisingly into it. It's a grown man playing a game about a teenage girl and really getting into it. So, you know, that's a thing. Portal Stories Mel. I've been playing through that with my friend Brad. And it's really hard, actually. It is way harder than the original Portal, or like the original Portal and Portal 2. The puzzles are hard. Like they assume you've already played Portal and you know what's going on because there is no beginner puzzles in that.
No, there's not.
Once you get into the main game and you get your Portal gun, like it takes you a while to figure out the first puzzle. And in the first subsequent puzzles after that, like I specifically I started playing it myself on a stream, and then realized, wow, these puzzles are really hard, and stopped. And I was like, you know what? Instead of doing it on stream, I think I'll do a let's play of it on my channel, but with a friend, so I don't look as dumb. It's because they're really hard. Like even we played for like 2.5 hours the other day. Just recording it and stuff, and we got to this one puzzle and spent maybe a half an hour on it and said we can't figure it out. We quit for right now. So yeah, it's pretty hard. I mean, it's good. It's free fan made expansion sort of sequel game. So if you got Portal 2 on Steam, you could download this for free and play it. It's a full 6 to 8 hour campaign with voice acting and the like. It's all fan-made voice acting, so it's not as good as the original ones, but it's good enough for what they're trying to do with it. Yeah. There's really only like one voice that you really hear for most of the time anyway, so except for Cave Johnson. There's a Cave Johnson sound-alike in there and all that sort of stuff. But there's a lot of cool Easter eggs in it from other games, lots of references in there. I think it's a very smart fan-made mod. You'll find I don't think we've gotten to it yet, but there's a part where if you remember in Portal 2 and you're down in the salt mines, the old Aperture Science, and there was always doors around there that had like little intercom systems with pre-recorded messages of Cave Johnson saying what this test is. One of our favorite ones was where he was talking about the Mantis Men test. Where he was talking about, it's like, oh yeah, well, we were going to have a test about, splicing human and mantis DNA together and seeing what would happen, but we're canceling that test. But we have a new test, killing mantis men. Just walk through the door and grab a gun. You'll know when the test starts. And that was exactly the whole thing. I was like, yes, that was the best part. And we just happened to be talking about that mantis men part, and all of a sudden, not even planned, we walk into a random side room, and there's a poster about a Mantis Man experiment there. I was just like, yes, the Mantis Man. Like, yeah. But, no, that's really fun. It's hard, but it's really, really good. It's very challenging. They start you out with, they give you both, portal guns right off the bat. You start out using gel in the first puzzle. Yeah. The repulsion gel and the speed gel and all that sorts of stuff. You use that in the first puzzles, and it's just like they do not hold your hand whatsoever. So yeah, but I think that's about it. I played Monster Hunter last night for the first time.
That was fun.
Oh, nice.
I didn't. No.
That was great. It was like Evan. He's like, I'm gonna use a hammer. I'm like, Evan, no one uses a hammer.
I haven't been having a problem with the hammer. It's the game. The way the game is designed is dumb. It is so dull, and it's like you walk 2 feet, and it's just the guy talks to you. It's like, okay, whatever, done. Walk another 10 feet. Guy tries to talk to you again, and it's not like you can't keep running. It's like it stops everything, and you have to read what this guy has to say every 10 feet. It's like, no, I just want to go kill monsters. Give me a reason to go kill monsters, and that's it. That's all I need. No, not doing that. I thank God I bought that game used because I'm probably taking that back. I'm not. Nope. I thought I would try to expand my Wii U games a little bit because, like I said, I've been playing a lot of Zelda lately. I was like, oh, I should expand my Wii U catalog a little bit. There's a few games I wanted to play. Oh yeah, a lot of my friends like Monster Hunter. Let's play that. Nope.
Yeah.
Not doing it. Not playing that game.
Have you played Wonderful 101 yet?
No.
Try that game because that game is tight. I mean, no one.
Is it?
Yeah, I love that game. It's like superheroes, but it's like a beat 'em up, and it's Pikmin with superheroes. It's like its own game. Like there's no good way to describe this game other than it's a brawler, but you have to draw the different shapes on the gamepad or with the tilt on on the joystick, and to like switch your weapons. But it's a really solid game. So it's pretty cheap. I got it for $20 back in the day. You could probably do trade. So. Oh
yeah, I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yep.
I might go do that after a while.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a solid. I mean, I like the story and like the weird kind of there's like Toilet Man because there's 100 superheroes you control at the same time. So there's a bunch of like Traffic Light Man.
And Liz and I are making like the same face. We're like,
it's good.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can do a stream or not a stream, but a let's play of it. But I don't know how it let's play because it does source the gamepad quite a bit. Like it's your mini map as well as when you go in like caves or whatnot, you have to use the gamepad to look around and whatnot. I'm like,
I like that though.
Yeah.
Like I think there are some games. A lot of people give Wii U flack for like the whole gamepad thing.
Yeah.
I think just having the gamepad, like some people say it's useless. It's not useless. I love in the new Wind Waker how you could just go down and just drag things to your inventory buttons without having to pause the game. That's great.
Oh, it's
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the stuff and the gyro aiming. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I like when I was playing. The other night? I was playing through the first dungeon on Wind Waker, and I was trying to use the grappling hook instead of using the C stick. You could just use the gyro sensor. All you got to do is tilt it up. It's not like you got to swing it around like a Wiimote. It's just like because the gamepad doesn't use like the sensor bar thing. It's just got the gyro in it that works.
Yeah.
So all you have to do is just tilt it up slightly, and it'll look up, and it's way easier to aim with that instead of a joystick when it comes to that, and I really enjoyed that. Like the motion controls on the Zelda versions for the 3DS, I always use the gyro thing to aim. It's so much easier.
And not so much in Splatoon, but definitely in Zelda.
Well, the Zelda goes into a first-person mode, so it's a little bit easier. If you try to use it on Splatoon, it's in third-person and awkward. I still use control sticks for that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But speaking of games that we're excited for, Anna, what have you been playing this week?
I've been kind of everywhere. I've done a little bit of Starbound, which I haven't put the episode out yet because I had to record that last minute right before I ran off to work. Yeah. But Terraria mostly, and I'm hoping to do a stream soon where I'll just get to sit back and just play some Terraria. Yeah. But because the 1.3 update came out, so there's a ton of new content, and they upgraded and changed things a lot, so it's pretty sweet. Other than that, what else have I played? I know I'm gonna play some Goat Z, and I know I played something else. Oh, I've been looking at a lot of indie games on Game Jolt. Yeah. Way too many that I want to play on there. So,
Same.
Probably gonna binge play a bunch of those over the weekend once I get a commission done. So
go play Deep Sleep. Go do it.
Deep Sleep.
Do it.
I think I've looked at that one.
Is that the indie horror that you were
I'll play Deep Sleep.
At?
Yeah, it's the one I recorded it, so don't watch it before you play it. There's a Deep Sleep 1, and there's a number 2 as well, and they should not be as scary as they are, because they're just, like, click adventures, but when something finally does move, you're like, oh god, that's moving, oh crap, boo, worth it, 2 thumbs up.
Sweet, yes, because I need to do another horror game, because I haven't done one in a while, so I'll look at that one.
Oh, I think if we're going to talk about horror games, Five Nights at Freddy's 4 trailer is out, and that looks scary as
hell.
So,
I don't...
Shameless plug, if anybody watching the podcast follows me on Instagram, I put Plush Trap on my nails the other day, because I was so excited.
Nice.
I drew him on my nails, and my husband had an amazing theory about the game. and why the nightmare plushes are what they are. Supposedly, we know that everything burned down in some horror attraction version of Five Nights at Freddy's. What if those were created for the attraction and somebody bought them in the auction? Because they said whatever was left over was sold at auction, and that's kind of the melted, gross stuff that they got from the auction. Just a thought. The fact that it's in your home, and I know a bunch of 7- and 8-year-old boys on the kids' bus who play that game on their phones.
Yeah.
It's going to be nightmare-inducing for small children. And I think they kind of deserve it, personally.
Me. Look, I don't play those. I can't stand those games. I love the lore of the game. I don't own the games. I watch people play it. I get scared watching people. Can't stand the jump scares. My heart can't take it. But this one, it scared me at the end. Even I knew that jump scare was coming at the end as soon as he opened that door. But when you see that thing coming at you like that, it's not like the cute ones. This one is scary. It was awful. I was like,
the sound of the...
I love it.
Yeah. Then, like, the audio design is different. Because before it was always, like, a high-pitched, like, ear-grating sound that would make you jump just because it was horrible. This one's, like, a deep, like, monster growl.
It's like
a roar.
If you listen in at that scream at the end of the trailer, it's the exact same scream clip that was in Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
Yeah.
It has been used
I saw people talking about that, yes. That's very interesting. I can't wait to see. I have like 2 theory channels that dedicate a lot of their time to Five Nights at Freddy's, and I'm like watching videos every day about theories about what's going on and what people think. I am into Five Nights at Freddy's lore. It is so great.
That's how I got hooked on it.
Yeah. I can't play it, but I'll sure get into it for the lore. It's nice.
You know, everybody's saying they're expecting, since this is the last game, we're going to see the answer to all the questions we've had, who the purple man really is, who the green shirt, blue pants guy is, who, if there's a purple guy and pink guy, you know, we're going to get the whole story. Everybody needs to keep in mind there is a movie coming, so there's a good chance that we're actually not going to get as many answers as people want.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think this is the last game either.
I don't
I don't think it's going to be last.
Going to be anything that have to do with the game. I think it's just going to be some sort of Hollywooded up version of whatever it's going to be, and not actually do the same thing. Because who was it that bought it? WB? Was it WB that bought it?
I think it was WB, Warner Brothers, yeah.
WB has not been doing great lately when it comes to that stuff. Do not trust them with it. I do not trust them with making it good. I think it's going to be a bog standard jump scare horror movie, possibly in the form of the shaky hand cam type stuff or security cam
Probably
thing.
Lots of dark footage.
It's
really
going to be like
pixely footage.
Warner Brothers, please do not Mortal Kombat our game. Okay?
Really? Because Mortal Kombat movies
don't
are...
Arkham Knight our game. Don't Arkham Knight our game.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Yeah, but don't Arkham Knight the movie. But it's I don't know. I don't know. I think it might be the end of the game. I mean, it's the final chapter, because I know a lot of people are like, we love the game, but it's like it's starting to get to the point where you're just milking it now. If you do anything after this, you're just milking it for money. Yeah. I think after this, he'll answer most of the important questions, but maybe leave a few things to speculate about, and then maybe move on to something else. My big thing is I'm really interested to see what he'll do next, because he really innovated sort of the horror genre in that respect a little bit, in the way he did things and told his story. And given his background, he doesn't have as much. Well, I think now that he has more experience in different things, I feel that now that he's got probably has lots of money behind him now, he could go on and make something cool in a different genre.
Yeah, well, his games before Five Nights at Freddy's were nothing like it. They are like standard cookie cutter indie platformers. Yeah. And then he did something really great. So he's got this really high bar he has to meet now.
Yeah, I think it'll be another Mojang where, Minecraft comes out and it changes gaming forever. Then Scrolls happens and no one cares. I don't know.
They made Cobalt, which no one talks about.
No one talks about. So
everybody clicks it in their Minecraft launcher to see what it is and go, "What is this crap?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
yeah, well, see, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's the big thing about Scott Cawthon, though, because I feel like, because if you look at the background of some of his games, he tried to make like very family friendly, and I think he, some Christian games and stuff like that, which were all pretty much junk. We all know the background why he created Five Nights at Freddy's, because everybody said his previous game with the little chipmunks in it looked really creepy. And he's like, oh no, I can make it worse than that. And he made this. I don't think when he created this game he expected it to go as far as he did. I just think he made it to be like, hey, look, no, my game's gonna be a whole lot worse. But in fact, it was a whole lot better, quote unquote. And then he just sort of played off of it. I don't know if he really expected it to be as big as it was, and then he just built off of it and made it really, really good. There's always that thing about like, is his next thing going to be as good? But I feel like now that he sort of knows the way he did his games now, I feel like he can apply some of that experience to something else in a different genre and make it really good.
Please don't go the Telltale route, though.
No, to be honest, I don't really like the way he released like 4 games in a year.
It's kind of crazy.
But I mean, like, you kind of understand why he did it, because it's just one guy making this game in like his house, and you understand like it's probably somewhat simple the style that he does it to make those types of games or whatever, but you understand why he didn't make this whole giant game like this, because releasing it in parts, because it wasn't supposed to be this in the beginning.
I don't mind it. Just look at it as an episode. So say you got like 4 episodes in a year, which, no offense to Five Nights at Freddy, there's not much content there. So like there's I mean, from a game design perspective, you could probably do it in a month. With 2 people, you can get it done probably in 3 days. One of those games. So it's not like a tough game to develop.
Speaking of developing games, Chris.
Oh yeah.
I hear you got some tools. We were talking about this the other day. How you got some tools. You're thinking about making your own game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been kicking it around for a long time, and I just screw around pretty much. I mean, like
I have an idea, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought about this today. Because I actually like my grass before this, so I took an hour to get all that done. So I was just sitting there and be like, what's a good idea for like a good beginner game you could create that might be sort of easy to do? And I come up with what I think is a good idea. Feel free to critique it. I feel you should make, because you said you were gonna your first little game you got was gonna be like a pretty bog standard 2D platformer type game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to make a little 2D platformer and maybe make it like a mobile game or something like that. I think what you should do, you should...
Oh, no, now he's cutting out.
Instead of still make platformer,
you're cutting out, Evan. Go figure. So
yeah.
Hey, Chris, guess who else picked up that tool set?
Am I still cutting out now?
I heard
right,
from the great... You're still cutting out a little bit, man. Yeah, I heard from the tool set that someone was going to give me some work, but then I bought it anyways.
Yeah, you bought it like right before I sent you that message, and I'm like, I'm going to buy it. I told Stephanie, I'm going to buy your husband a toolkit so he can make us some games to play. And she's like, oh, you just bought it.
Yeah, no, it gave me... See, the problem with this kit is, in case you guys don't know, Humble Bundle's been doing like a game kit release, is there's a whole heck ton of art assets. And then they gave me like 5 game engines to like work with. And if you do anything in game design, you pretty much design a whole game in one engine, right? And I don't know, like it's like, which one do I attack first? Which one do I go first? I have ideas where you play with gravity with the platformer, where you can switch gravity pretty much at any time. So you can go up and down, and that's how you get through the levels. You don't have a hard jump, but you switch and you have to maintain gravity, and you can't turn gravity until you hit the ground again. So you can't just like permanently jump up and down. And I think I can create some interesting levels with that, but we'll see. My friend EB might help me out a little bit. We were kicking around a space combat game where okay, so it's going to be... This is like a future game or whatever, just as a fun concept. I'll just throw it out. There's an AI that is crushingly difficult to beat. So 5 player capital ships will match 1 AI ship. All right, so and like if you manage to like, you have to be on the run as a space sim, and basically what it is players log in for like a month-long rounds, and the AI tries to hunt down and exterminate players, and it's going to be really aggressive. Now you're thinking like, where does this make sense? Because it's a fight for survival, and also like you can gang up on other players and whatnot. But you know, there's a lot of incentives to gang up on other players. But also, if you get your player base down too low, you guys are going to get steamrolled by the AI. So it's a game where you kind of have to fight the AI, but you have to do it like, it's like Rebel Simulator, like running from the Empire type thing. And that's why I think it's going to be fantastic, is you can screw over other people and, you know, like raid them like an Eve. But the idea is not to do that, because the AI is going to warp in with a huge capital ship, and like you have to log off while you're in warp speed, you know, to maintain in speed light. But you can dock at a friendly station, but while you're offline, that friendly station might be attacked and taken down by the AI. So you don't know if your ship's going to be safe unless you do specific measures and whatnot. So
sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it could be good, but that's way out. Like, a lot of the systems are easy to program that we came up with, but that is like way out. For right now, I'm just gonna stick to my Bubble Bobble clone or Bubble Shot game where, well, I mean, it's like Breakout, but you have different classes and you level up, and it's an RPG as well. So I think that will be good.
Okay, am I better now? Or am I still cutting out? Or am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You're good now.
Okay. All right. You should create a game that is solely made around the fact that this is your first game, and you should create a platformer. You should make the quote unquote story and like some of the level design based on the fact that this is your first game. The characters in the game know they're part of a game and that it's your first game. So like the dialogue itself is constantly the characters being like, "Oh, great, yeah, a spike pit. You couldn't come up with something better than that." That's everybody does that.
That's
like, whatever.
cute.
And then you should create, you know, keep going in the level, and then you get to the end of the level at like one point, and then like you know, you could go back and forth, and then eventually the character will be like, is this supposed to be the end of the level? What's going on? And then you could have like dialogue, like the developer dialogue, and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I just forgot to put a door here," and it's like a magical door appears or something like that. You can make a game that's glitchy on purpose, and then have the characters be like, "You missed a door here, you idiot! What's going on?" It's like, come on, you know. I think you should create a game that's painfully obvious that it's your first game, but play off of the fact of that. Be like, "Yeah, this is how this works."
Yeah. You know? See. I mean, I like the idea, but again, I don't think I'll design a game that is purposely noob, if that makes sense. And again, like, I've been doing level design for a very, very long time, if that makes sense. So, it's not going to be, like, I'm not saying, like, ooh, I'm going to be the best, but I know what makes a challenging level and what doesn't. I've studied classics, you know, that type of thing.
I swear to God, if you make another Squirreltopia, I will drive to your house to get rid of it.
Oh my gosh, I'm not making Splitscreen.
Yes.
I freaking critique. Okay, so we haven't gotten to this part of the Let's Play on my channel or whatnot, because, you know, I record bajillion episodes ahead of time. But
a bajillion. Ask him out how many he's already got done and uploaded already on his channel.
I'm ahead by 67 episodes.
67 episodes! Holy crap!
Yep.
Must be nice having Stephanie home right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, is my wife is going to be going back to work, and, you know, that's, well, I mean, we don't know when. She actually got a call to be like, "Hey, can you come to training?" And my wife's like, "Nope, got podcast. Too bad." So, you know,
well, at least she supports you.
Well, no, I mean, well,
Yeah.
we don't, she's not really too keen about the job anyway, so, but yeah. Anyways, let's get on back to video games. I've been playing Galicide, which I got a review key for. That game is awesome. I don't know, I haven't done 20 minutes a game on it yet, but man, was it good. So, Galicide is like a shoot 'em up, bullet hell type thing, but it also mixes elements of Tetris and puzzle games. and it is awesome. So, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much one of the better games I've played for the channel. So, also I've been playing Alchemist Penguin, which is kind of a game jolt, or itch.io, itch.io, whatever it is. It's a $2 game that I got the review key for. It's pretty good. It offers a lot of depth, but it's just a standard type game, top-down shooter. So, yep, lots of 20 minutes a game. Skyforge is awesome.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play that one too.
Yep. So, it's an open beta now. Everyone can play. So, if you guys haven't checked that out, it's fun. Not as good as Guild Wars 2, but it's still pretty decent for an action combat based MMO. But other than that, I mean, I've just been playing stuff for the channel. Oh yeah, I've been replaying Defender's Quest, which is a lot of fun. Finished up Half-Life 2. Played Terraria, the 1.3 update. I'm not going to publish any of that on the Let's Play, but I did play it. So,
and I have Terraria. I've had it since the winter, the Steam Winter Sale, and I just never played it.
Yeah,
I never got around to playing it. Maybe I should now. Now that everybody else has it.
This week I'm going to be playing Freedom Planet and Phantom Breakers, which I'm very much looking forward to because I got the Kirisu DLC, which one of my favorite animes of all time is Steins Gate. So when people are like, yeah, I could play as one of the main characters for that game in a brawler, I'm like, yes, like, bring it on.
Nice.
So
Jelly banana.
yeah.
Speaking of earlier of getting steamrolled by AI, is anybody else planning on picking up the next chapter in StarCraft?
I'm
Yes? No?
considering it, but
Probably
it's
not.
$40 and all I'll play is campaign and or arcade because that's what I do now.
Yep.
All right, I'll just whoop my husband instead, but it was worth a shot. See if anybody else is going to grab it.
Yeah, I mean, I want to, but again, I got $60 for the rest of the year, so unless I do more work for you. So,
Well, I'll see you after the podcast.
yeah, we'll see.
But no, I like the episodic games, but StarCraft is a really, really expensive one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are old enough. Did anybody play King's Quest in the 90s?
Yeah.
They're actually doing a new King's Quest, and it's going to be episodic as well, but we're not expecting a $40 to $60 each like some games do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like episodic games in general. Like, I love the Sam and Max games. And I love Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and 2, but where is number 3? I know I don't want to get on that bandwagon.
I don't know if I would call Half-Life Episode 1 and 2 a, quote, episodic game,
no.
even though I'm never in the game.
Yeah.
I would more, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, and I don't want to spoil anything for Anna, who hasn't played through
Yeah.
Half-Life 2. Otherwise, I'd be like, let's talk about the spoilers of an 11-year-old game, and then why it stinks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
one gamer who hasn't played through Half-Life 2 yet.
Well,
At least you're not the
That's
only
okay.
gamer who's never touched Half-Life 2 ever.
yeah.
Oh!
Just
See,
one.
you can
Played
watch-
Half-Life 1 at my store when I didn't have customers. I would sit around and play Half-Life 1. Never touched 2.
Half-Life 2 is superior to Half-Life 1. If you guys want to get an idea of what the game's about and you guys haven't done it, my channel is doing a full Let's Play. We're on episode 9, but all 30 episodes are uploaded. We're just not, you can't see them yet. So, that was a full series. First full series I've gotten done for the channel, so I'm excited about that. So,
Hooray.
yeah, I know,
Yay.
and Gravity Gun's the best. So, we just started
Gravity Gun
Gun
is the
section.
Yep.
So, yep, best thing in
Oh.
games is the Gravity
One more
Gun.
thing. I forgot that I was playing. I've been playing Broforce 2 with some of my friends. That is
Nice.
fun. That is a great game for just dicking around with your friends. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
We did a stream of that the other night, and we had a lot of fun with that. we end up screwing ourselves over more than we did actually saving anybody or shooting people. But it was great. It's fun anyway, especially with the update. It made it added heroes and a few extra levels. I think it did. Yeah, I've always been wanting to play Broforce, and now it's really fun. I actually bought Gang Beasts as well, that I haven't played yet, but I want to play that with my friends too. That sounds like it would be fun.
I really, really, really want to play Odalus The Dark Call. It just released on Steam. I applied for a review code, but if I don't get the review code, I might buy it anyways. But don't tell them that. So
we can get money out of them.
Oh, they're not gonna watch. They're not gonna watch this anyways. But it's an old Metroidvania, Castlevania type thing, and oh my gosh, does it look polished? And everyone's like, oh, it's not it's not as good as Symphony of the Night, but it's up there as
never
in terms
will
of quality.
be.
So, Covenant of or whatever. His new game is. Gosh, I can never remember it. It's like something of the night. Covenant of the Night or something like that. That looks phenomenal with the female protagonist.
Uh-huh.
And Mighty Number 9 comes out soon. I'm so pumped about that.
Yes! Mighty Number 9. Totally playing that game.
Yeah.
Cannot wait. It better not suck, or I'm going to be really disappointed.
Yeah. But, yeah, for the channel... does anyone have any imminent plans of playing a new game type thing for their channels?
Come on, you know the answer to that with me.
I almost always do. So.
I do? Because I've forgotten Alis.
Little snap.
Fallout is coming.
Well, no, I mean in the next week.
No.
So unless you got some
more New Vegas. More New Vegas.
Oh, okay. So I figure we'll just do that now, and so we can talk about news, and then not bring it back to things that we're expecting to play. So
Agario and New Vegas, and possibly a full playthrough of Fallout 2 for everybody who didn't play it back when it first came out, because it's very time-based. It's very hard to get through your first time, so I think it might be fun to just watch it for people instead of trying to figure out these horrific puzzles where they didn't, hold your hand back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'm going to be doing, myself, I'm going to be doing a few more episodes of 20 Minutes a Game. On the Alchemist Penguin and Galicide, like I mentioned, and then probably doing more with Defender's Quest, because that's not even live on the channel, but I love that game so much. It's a great game. If you guys want to check it out, it's by Level Up Labs. If you pre-order the second game, you get the first game for free for $15. It's
nice.
I'm like, darn it, I bought this game for $15. But if you guys don't know the series, it's phenomenal. It's an RPG tower defense game, but I hesitate with tower defense because it's more of an RPG than it is anything. So I think it was a phenomenal game. So looking forward to that. I might be doing some 360 games this week, because when I get my Xbox One, my wife has mandated that I sell my 360. So
What? No.
I might actually record some console games.
Yeah.
No. See,
Whoa.
I said that I was never going to get rid of my 360 if I got an Xbox One, because I have too much junk on it to just give it up.
No, I
No.
agree.
You know how you convince her to let you keep it? Same way that we kept all our old systems. We can use it as a DVD player for the kid when she gets older.
Well,
Yeah.
that's would be a one way to do it, and that would make sense. But I made this agreement 3 years ago before I started the channel.
That's fair.
That when I get a new system, I have to get rid of one of my old ones. Which
Nah.
I don't know. I'm running out of my duplicates.
You'll regret it.
Before I got rid of one of my advances, I had 3 advances because I'm a nerd like that. And I would trade with
Different
myself
colors.
with Pokemon. Who needs friends when you have money? But
But you don't have money.
no, I don't have money. But back
I
then I
didn't-
did. So
I didn't-
I would just trade with myself, and I was like, you know what? It's just taking too long. So I bought a new DS. Well, I got one of the custom skins or whatever. And then I just kept my old DS rather than sell it to GameStop for $30. So
Yeah, in all seriousness, we've kept like a ton of old console stuff and given it to the children because they don't care. They're like playing these 1990s Star Wars games, and they're like, "This is the best thing ever!" Because with them being raised in this like indie game culture where those graphics are okay again, where Minecraft looks good to a 7-year-old, they go back and play Final Fantasy VII, and they're like, "Oh, it's not blocks, it's shapes. This is cool."
Yeah. Hold on. I just want to address something that's going on in chat over here. They're trying to make me look dumb, and Anna is encouraging it. By the way, apparently my cam froze on the stream a while ago, and it made me look really doofy.
You're like,
and they're all like, "Oh, I should have screenshotted it." And I was like, no.
Here you go.
She's all like, "It's going to be on his channel then. You can get it there. Whatever. Make a meme."
Guess what's going on the thumbnail.
Screenshot this!
I know, he's like...
Okay, you want a meme? Here we go. We're going to do this, the scary girlfriend thing. Here you go. There's your meme.
So
do something with it.
Screenshot it.
Yeah, right. Thumbnail made.
It's the most attention it's the most attention I've gotten on the internet in 2 years since I started my YouTube channel. Go ahead, make me a meme. Fine, go for it.
Yes, and then tweet us because we will share it all over the place.
Yeah, all of our 40 followers. Well, Ayla has like a bajillion. So
my fluffy face needs to be on the internet with words under it. That's I need that in my life.
Yeah. And cats. I'm sure there's like someone will Photoshop a cat into that image somewhere.
Just make me a cat. Devious Furball, it will just make me into a cat, and it's just gonna be like that with a cat nose and whiskers, and be like, yeah, like my first furry experience. That's what it's gonna say.
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Devious Furball, tweet that to @LockedOnChris, and we'll all get it.
@LockedOnChris. So you follow me on Twitter @LockedOnChris, and I will tag everyone in it here. So, or you can do Anna,
I don't know,
because she's...
I'm ready for that.
Oh no, he froze again.
We lost him.
Evan, man, what is up with your connection today? It's Ayla and I that had the huge storm by us.
I know. Well, I told you I've been having internet problems lately, and I'm starting to think it's not like my router or something. I'm thinking there's Comcast being dumb again. Yeah. Every couple of months, we always get internet issues and we're also thinking they might have gypped us too, because we had a 150 connection or whatever. My dad says, "Oh, I got a new package, and our internet speed went way up than our normal ones." And he was like, "Okay." We even had to buy a smart router that could actually handle our better connection because our old one wasn't getting the speed that we had. So we bought a new router. And then, like a month later, they said, "Oh yeah, we're rolling out these new X1 cable box things now. These new Xfinity cable boxes to everybody, and we're gonna come out and switch everything out." And now we're thinking that when they came back out, they screwed up our connection, and now we go back down to slower speeds, and that's what's screwing with everything now. Because I had a 5 gigahertz connection and a 2.4 gigahertz connection, and we're now thinking that they're both the same, but it's screwing up somehow. And Comcast just refuses to come fix anything, which is dumb.
Yeah, Comcast is the worst. So, in the United States, we have junky internet. Like, I'm paying... The best that I can get right now is 30 down, or 30 MBS down, and 5 MBS up. And I got that specifically so I can upload videos, and not have it take an hour and a half to upload a video on YouTube.
I used to have that.
I've got one up.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I used to have the same as you, Chris, because I remember talking about this a while back, that I had slightly better than you, and then we got our new boxes, and I just did a speed test this morning. I was at 13 MBS up and like 6 down or something like that, or 6 down, 13 down, 6 up. I'm sorry, 13 down and 6 up. Yeah, and it went way down because I was at like 30. I was at like 30 down, and like 6.5 up or something like that, and that's on my slower connection too. Like my 5 gigahertz connection is like the same. I don't know why it went back down.
Yeah,
it's dumb. I hate it, and my dad is having a fit because Comcast always makes my dad angry.
Yeah, well, Comcast
That's
makes
like us
everyone
and
angry.
Time Warner.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
I'm stuck with Time
yeah.
Warner.
Oh, that sucks. See, my dad is one of those guys that every year when our contract runs out, he will call and yell at the person. Not like strongly word his comments. Like he will
Yeah.
literally call and yell at them. What did I do? $100
I love
or
those
something like
people.
that. Yeah.
When, When I worked at AT&T on the phones, I would get those people, and oh my gosh, would I have fun. That was mean. So
That's why I can't do call center stuff. I would not survive because I would tell them off.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
no,
do
you
it.
just
Can't
do
do
it
it.
with a smile and be like,
I can only stay nice for so long.
yeah.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, it killed me. But,
Ever don't take no shit.
Yep. But, anyways, I think that's pretty much what we're doing in the next week on our channels.
Juice.
Anna's probably doing art stuff. Because
Yeah, always art. There's always an art video on Friday, vlog on Sunday, and then the rest. There's always a Terraria and almost always a Starbound video, and then from there it's a little bit of a variety mix depending on what I feel like playing.
All right, then let's talk
or
about.
if I'm doing a series.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's cool.
Let's
Way to
talk
cut her
about
off,
the
Chris.
news that's happened over the last 2 weeks. So, one of the big ones I think that will generate discussion amongst us is no split screen in Halo 5, which is junk. That's I mean, I get it. Like, we're split screening right now, and that's given us a lot of pain. We understand split screening can be a pain, but I would still want split screening in LAN in my games, simply because I do have people over. I do not have any friends that live in the area. I'll get friends eventually, and when they come over, what are we going to play? Oh, I guess the Wii U now. Oh, yeah, and PC, because more PC games are supporting split screen now than console games.
Yeah, and that's pretty sad,
Yeah,
honestly.
that is really sad.
For me, as a mother of two boys, it's devastating because it's going to mean that if we were to get console games for them, I would either have to buy each kid their own Xbox, which is certainly not happening, or I'm going to have to set a timer and be like, sorry, boys, games aren't like when I was a kid. You're going to have to take turns now. I mean, even with not just with friends, but look at siblings. How many of us who had siblings and played stuff with them when we were kids? And if they're taking that away, even if the game like Halo, kids in my kids' generation are playing Halo at 10, 11 years old because their parents played it. So they're taking that experience away.
Yeah, and that's for me. Even as a parent, I'm like, Halo is a relatively clean FPS, and it's all fantasy violence. So I know it's rated M, but very rarely is there anything anywhere close to offensive. In Halo, so I would even say I would rate it as teen, like they do Destiny.
And because everybody just disintegrates in Destiny, they don't like blow up and gore.
Well, there's no blood on the ground, which is why
Right.
Halo is considered M, is the blood. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I can pwn someone over the internet, and that's cool. Like me and Evan, like when I went on Splatoon because we get matched against each other, it's a fun time. We rib each other and whatnot. But if Evan was right next to me and I pwned him in Splatoon, it would be a lot better.
Yep. No, he's right though.
Yeah.
Look, me and Chris were talking last night, and we both went on a tirade of things of why Splatoon is, at this moment, it's a fun game, but it's junk because it doesn't support any of the things a multiplayer game should have. They're always like, oh yeah, we want you to, splat your friends and strategize and, be a team and all that kinds of stuff. But yet they don't have anything in the game that lets you be a team. There's no voice chat. There's no way of communicating really that well. And there's no party support. It's dumb. And it's just frustrating.
It's basically solo queuing in Heroes of the Storm or any MOBA. That's the experience you get in Splatoon. Sometimes you get on this amazing team and everyone knows what they're doing, and people react to the map properly and whatnot. Yep. But sometimes you get the person who is off doing their own thing or is painting walls or is doing whatever, and that loses you the game. Like, it straight up loses you. And ranked match is even worse because it's a win or lose. I hate how they've done ranked because, well, I hate and love it at the same time. We didn't get into this last night, but in ranked, you either win and you get benefits, or you lose and you get nothing. Yep. So I hate that because half the time you can't really coordinate. Like if I had a full team of four against 4, and it's like, guys, we're taking this and whatnot, I would be okay with taking nothing. But when, you get someone who's contributed maybe a third of what you have on the team, and that's why you lose in ranked, it drives you crazy.
That's why I don't play ranked very much.
Yeah.
See, like, when I play ranked, I will play 1 or 2 ranked matches. If I was not lucky enough to get on a team that knew what they were doing and that could win, then I immediately stop playing ranked. Because if I play too much, my ranking goes down, and I don't want my ranking to go down because it's hard enough to stay that high. And so I just play regular stuff. I'll go and play 1 or 2 games of ranked. If I can't find a good team, I'm done. Not playing it. I'll come back to it another day. But yeah, it's a shame, really. I mean, I think the getting rid of split screen is just sort of a corporate ploy to get everybody to buy their own kids their own consoles. Yeah, everybody in the house has got to have their own device. Now, split screen is dead because now everybody needs to have their own this, that, and the other thing. And
my kids can play together on this. Okay? Yeah. On this, there are games that they can play together. There is no excuse to not have it on consoles when you can do it on a tablet. They can play on an iPad together.
Yeah. Well, they're arguing that it takes up too much system resources. I'm like, I've done co-op FPS design in the past. I know it takes about 15% of system resources, unless something is completely changed.
Here's an idea, Xbox. Make a more powerful console.
Ooh, or learn to live within your limitations.
I thought, didn't I? I blew Xbox
if we had
face
co-op
off.
back in the N64, for gosh sakes.
I
know.
Why in the world can't we do it on next one?
Or the developers could stop pandering to the people who are like, oh my god, those graphics are not better than Witcher 3, so the game is not worth playing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really.
Yep.
Yeah,
no, that's a totally thing. Mm-hmm.
Well, and that's that. Yeah, I mean, I get that. I understand that, but I mean, I don't know. I get it, but for me, I'm more about the gameplay. I mean, I'll just go back and play through Mega Man X 1 through 5 and have fun. I don't care if it's sprites. I mean,
see, like, for me, I'm one of those people, like, if you're just making a single-player game experience that's heavy on story, say, like, The Last of Us, right? Yeah. Fine. Dump all your resources into graphics and voice acting and things like that and make that good, because a single-player experience, that sort of helps the experience. Whereas a multiplayer game, say, like Call of Duty, I could care less about what really if the graphics are really getting that much better or worse. I mean, I eventually want to get graphics to be a little bit better, as the games go on. But I'm not going to be like, I want Call of Duty to look like The Last of Us when I'm shooting people. I don't really care. And, and I think people need to get that through their heads that, not every game has to be awesome freaking graphics. And I think that's why everything is just going, running horribly. It's because they try to make a game that takes up all the resources and then things just don't work right. Yeah. I think.
Well, I mean, and there's something to be said of polishing a game style. I don't need 5,000 grunts on screen. Granted, that'd make it hilarious to do Grunt Birthday Party on. But, I don't need a bunch of enemies on screen. I mean, I need to feel challenged. Yeah. So what you need to do is make the elites with better AI, like you have been in the past, and maybe have, like, more squadrons of elites or another enemy type. Or, with the Forerunners and whatnot. Make me feel challenged that way. Don't, do, crazy animations and have enemies that have 9 different attack styles and whatnot. That where you're taking up 5% of system resources just because you have this enemy on screen. You know what I mean? It's all about managing and mismanagement. So it's...
Now loading Kael'thas. 5% Kael'thas' body, 95% Kael'thas' hair.
Yeah. So...
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, Final Fantasy is one of those wonderful franchises that I don't know how in the world they pull out the system resources that they do, with the level of graphics on the things that on the hardware that they have, the level of graphics they pull off, it still amazes me. Like, they have to have some like black magic voodoo or something that goes into this. They have like Moogles in real life. Like, you go into the Square Enix thing, and it's actually like the Willy Wonka of game design, where
There's
they
a
just have
chocobo on a wheel
Moogles.
running everything.
Yeah, yeah.
I want that
chocobos on
so
wheels.
much. I want that. Yep. You know what I really want though? You know what would really be kind of cool? As I want a little Moogle thing that I can hang next to my door in like my room or an office if I ever get an office one day.
Yeah.
That's like that has like an intercom in it, so I can like talk to people like this Moogle is talking to people. Like, what do you want? I think that would be great. I'm not in
Moogle
my
phones.
office right now, but you can come back and leave a message.
I don't know why this isn't a thing. Like a
Okay.
Moogle-shaped cell phone.
Well, there's probably like a case or something.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, probably for an iPhone, but nothing else. But you have an
That's what
iPhone, so you're okay. So,
Nah.
nah.
You got a freaking Android.
Yeah, Droid Max, where I get 3 days of battery life. So, meh.
Psh, battery
Faster
life. You have
processor
nothing
than
for
you have
it.
too. So whatever.
I have an iPhone and an Android phone because I am a freaking loser.
You're not a loser.
I
You
have
just got a business to run. So,
Yeah.
That's true.
It's okay. My dad has like 3 different phones that he runs, but yet he forwards everything through his work phone, which is another iPhone. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, he's got one of them watch things now too.
My
Oh,
husband
really?
has a watch. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not an iWatch, but it's similar. It's like an
Is it a
off-brand.
Martian?
I don't know
Pebble.
what thing it is. It's very thin. It looks looks more
It's not
like
a
one of them
Martian.
rubber
No.
armband things rather than like a big like screen on it. It has a there's a
Oh,
tiny
I know
thin
what you're
screen on
talking
it.
about.
Yeah.
All right.
He uses
Yeah,
it mainly.
my husband has a
to-
Martian notifier.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but I'll have to ask.
Yeah, it's like a smartwatch, pretty much. That's what it is. So, I mean, but let's get back to video games. So, Activision just announced yesterday that they will not take Call of Duty in space because they want the game to feel realistic.
Hold on,
What?
you gotta link me that
Zombies.
article. I want to see. I want to read this bollocks that they got.
Put
going
this in
on.
the
We
side.
can't have
Put it
zombies in
it.
I will.
Space.
I'll find it.
Well, zombies you can't really. That zombies is sort of a separate experience, but I think they're talking about like
I'll
the
link the
overall call experience. Hold on. First of all, I want to say this. They already had a space level in was it Ghosts? In Ghosts, one of the levels was they were shooting guys in space with guns. All right, I'm just whatever, right? That's realistic.
I saw
Whatever.
it on
This
GameSpot.
next game, they have prosthetic arms that turn into machine guns. Not realistic. Get the heck out of here, freaking.
Sorry, if I want to shoot things in space, I'll go play Eve. I really don't need my Call of Duty to go into space. I would like to see it stay on the ground, but their reasoning for why they're saying they're doing it is stupid. Just say
Yeah.
it doesn't fit our game, because that's true.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit in with what their game is. We don't need an excuse. We're not a bunch of children. Just say, no, we're not doing it for you because we don't like it. It's that easy.
That's the dumbest thing. Doesn't fit our game. Like I said, they're about to make a game. There are people who have prosthetic arm guns. I'm just saying,
No.
doesn't fit our game.
And
Whatever.
I love like their in-game trailers, and no offense to Advanced Warfare, my favorite part of the campaign is when like the girl or whatever is in peril, and like she has an exosuit on, right? Which is like
Yeah.
super strong, and this terrorist that has no exosuit is like beating the crap out of her, and like is like beating her in an arm fight and like blocking her punches and whatnot. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, you have an exosuit on. If you punch someone, you just go through their arm. So I don't understand that game. Like sometimes there's so many disconnects between like lore and what's going on in the game. But
Hold on. I want to focus on what this right here.
Yeah.
This one quote that's near the bottom. Grenades won't work. Grenades wouldn't work exactly right, he says. Kill streaks wouldn't work at all. You can't have a helicopter in outer space or a dog for that matter. If you're making a game in outer space, what freak
lag for the ranch. That's great.
I know, right?
shuttles with
Bye,
I
Evan.
want. I
We'll
need a
see you in
dog.
like 5 seconds. All right, go ahead. Continue rant.
Okay, you're back.
Okay, am I back?
Yep.
Where did
Yeah.
I quit my
If
rant?
you're gonna
Something about
make
dog
a
in space?
Space. And that's what I heard.
Yeah. I think we lost him again.
He's gone again.
The whole stuff is dumb. If I'm gonna have a kill streak, I'm having troubles. It's anyway. Okay, am I?
No.
All of you are watching for me too. I think it's me.
Do you want me to rant for you? I can do that. I can rant real well. So,
Screenshot!
Yeah.
Screenshot
This is
time.
time to
Make
take
me a meme.
screenshots.
Go now. Yeah, whatever.
that's what you
Anyway.
get for paying for 50 down and 6 up. You can't even do a Skype call. That's Comcast for you. So
Yeah, really.
yeah.
I got it. Look, I'm about to go down Comcast offices themselves and slam their modem down on and be like, "Fix it," and just walk away.
Now you're fine.
what
Do your rant on Call of Duty while we can still hear you.
Basically, they're worrying about their kill streaks won't work right. Their grenades won't work. I would love a grenade that would bounce off of walls around people. That's a strategy game. See, what they're worried about in Call of Duty is that people will have to use strategy instead of running and gunning. Oh my gosh, strategy in Call of Duty. Oh,
Oh
no.
man, where you actually have to aim and not just
No.
fire
I know.
every gun.
No.
I know.
That's unacceptable.
So I don't know.
But screw the quick scopers. That can
Yeah,
They can-
screw quick scopers.
Go to hell.
Sorry, I just
screw quick scopers. I don't. They can
in any game.
Yeah.
So no one likes you quick scopers. But
You're right.
yeah, I get what their reasoning is they don't want to feel it
Yeah.
better. But
That's why I don't play pro.
I would play. What do you think Advanced Warfare was? You know, like, what do you think?
I know.
Like, they took all the
Jeez.
realism out, and it's an arcade shooter in the first place. So it's like
Yeah.
no one plays. You play Battlefield for realism, okay? As much as
Yeah.
that game isn't realistic because you can jump out of a plane, shoot someone in another plane with a sniper, jump into their plane, and then fly away in their plane. So you
Yeah,
know,
but
like
it's
that's
harder.
yeah.
It's harder. I mean, if anything,
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest though, I haven't played Battlefield since 3. The past 2
Yeah.
have been jank.
I haven't
Just
played since
awful.
1942.
Yeah. Oh, PSA
Well,
to
you
everyone that owns a 360 real quick. Sorry. Evan and I figured this out last night. We were like, oh man, we're going to get Xbox Ones this Christmas or sometime around then or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Oh,
we were
you're
like,
gonna
you know,
get an Xbox One this Christmas. I'm probably gonna buy one much sooner than that.
yeah, I'll probably get one around then. And then we were like, you know, all these games with gold, that would be really cool if we could add these games with gold to our
Yes.
to our
Yes.
system right
I'm gonna-
now because we don't own Xbox Ones, but like on the PS4, I don't have a PS4, but I've been adding the games to my PS Plus account ever since then. I'm like, I wonder if I could do that with the Xbox One. And so I went to the Microsoft webpage, and you can actually start redeeming games with gold games on the webpage and just tie them to your Xbox Live account for when you eventually do get an Xbox One. If
Yeah,
you have,
I don't know why we never thought of that.
Yeah, I don't know either. I mean, but
Should have had a V8.
yep,
Yeah.
should have. You
Didn't
know,
even
that's
think about it.
that's what happens when you're a small YouTube channel. You realize things like a year after everyone else does.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah, you don't think about that stuff. Because what do they have now? They had Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Black
Yep.
Frag,
Black Flag.
Black Frag,
Black
Frag.
Flag, Black Flag. Could also
Uh,
want a different word too.
some
but
kind of clone game that's a platformer. I hate
Okay.
clone platformers, but I added it to it anyways, so I could do a review and tell
Good.
them how much I hate them. No, I'm objective during my reviews, but
What?
It's-
All right. One more thing. I want to switch to one topic really quickly. I think we should address, and it needs to be addressed, and we should all address it to them, is how much of a complete failure Amazon Prime Day was the other
yeah.
day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard that was
God.
terrible. I didn't even look at it. It was that bad.
They had.
I wanted a Raspberry Pi and it wasn't even remotely on sale.
yeah.
It was
Oh.
nothing. There was junk on sale. I think it was a Boogie 2988. He was saying it was basically like Amazon had a yard sale for all of their useless junk.
Do you know exactly
And
what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, so they advertise this all over the place, and they actually contacted us bloggers about it too, to shill their stuff. Where they're like, "This would be our biggest sale ever. We're gonna have more than Black Friday." What it really is they were clearing out their warehouses for Black Friday. It's like tube socks and junk and like jewelry that nobody would want to wear because it'll turn your fingers green, and the billions of like pseudo health problems, pseudo health supplements that they're always trying to get bloggers to review for free, stuff they give people away for free because nobody freaking wants it. That's what was on sale. And there's people like me who are watching for hardware, and we got nothing. All those TVs people were buying was like, oh, we've got 2 in stock, and everybody else goes on the wait list. Sorry, no sale for you. Walmart and Best Buy both ran ad campaigns at the same time. Walmart's was a Dare to Compare campaign where they really did have like shirts for $2 and things like that. We actually did a bunch of Minecraft shirts for my kids for school clothes from that sale. And then Best Buy ran a Twitter campaign that said, you don't have to be a member to get our prices, where they did their big sale. That was awesome. And I actually tweeted, Dear Amazon, I'm going to let you finish Amazon Prime Day, but Walmart had the best comparison sale of all time because they whooped them. And I don't like Walmart.
Walmart. I didn't even know Walmart did that. Wow, I missed out on that one, I guess. No, because I was up that morning and I had to work that day, but I was up that morning and I got up and I was just like, well, there was really only like 1 or 2 things there that I might have actually thought about buying, but I didn't actually end up buying it in the end. Yeah. I was just like, I was looking through all the electronics section. I was just like, yeah, I'm going to get some cool equipment for super cheap. They were all like, yeah, Black Friday deals. I've always wanted like a cheaper laptop, just so like when I go away to the con this weekend, just the computer to like dump all my footage on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because my old laptop is pretty much dead at this point. Ever since I bought my new, now.
Speaking of AutoCon,
$400 Walmart computer or something like that, just to use for various things.
Yeah.
And they had nothing to be like, oh yeah, we got this nice laptop, but it's only like 20% off, and it's still like $600. It's like, come on! It's like, really? Black Friday sales, my butt.
Go check out the Best Buy one for the laptop. Theirs was actually pretty good, and they do still have some of the sales going.
I got that for my wife, actually. So,
what?
Well, actually...
What laptop? What are we talking about? Send me a link.
I got to do more link stuff, but it's actually my my mother-in-law bought it for her for Christmas. But I bought it and found it and scouted it and all that stuff, because my wife's been... let me just find it.
Well, while he's doing that, I actually ripped my entire science fiction collection of DVDs, which is huge, like all the Star Treks and everything, to a hard drive. And we are actually planning on sticking that on a Raspberry Pi instead of the extra hard drives I have sitting in my computer right now. Raspberry Pi is like a computer without anything else. And we use Plex to stream everything off of that hard drive throughout the house.
Yeah.
So I was hoping to get some more equipment for that and a new case for it and things like that. And I'm looking at Amazon for the stuff, and I'm like, I'm just going to drive down to Micro Center because it's still cheaper at Micro Center than on Amazon, which is really disappointing.
Yeah. And one of the things, I know Total Biscuit rails on this all the time, that I'm really looking forward to Windows 10 is to be able to play my X1 games like on a computer in a different room. I know he's like, well, why would you do that? But I'm like, I'm watching the baby half the time, and I can't go downstairs because there's just too much, going on and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, like, if I can pop open a laptop and stream over my local network something that I've sourced from my Xbox, like, that's super useful because my Xbox is going to be down here, downstairs. So, I don't know, like...
Until she takes it from you.
Yeah, eventually. Well, that's what I got the Wii U for as well. Is when I got the Wii U, I was like, I want to play these games with my daughter as she grows up. So that's what I have the Wii U for. But I've been having a ton of fun on that too. So I'm still trying to find.
I've been using my Wii U a lot lately. I've been using it more than I have my 360. My 360 is a streaming box now. That's all it is to me at this point.
Yeah.
I use it to watch Netflix, and I got some of my Vudu stuff.
Yeah.
I have a Vudu account that I rent movies and.
See, I have my old gaming computer in there.
Like that, dude. Not with Brad, but that's it.
Yeah, before I got this rig,
Okay.
I have my old computer in there now. So what use is a 360 when my computer is hooked up to a 48-inch screen type thing? So
Yeah.
I honestly think aside from the computer, I've been playing on my iPad more than anything just because I'm still getting through Fallout Shelter and I've got a couple other like silly little games I've downloaded and stuff that I'm still playing Plants vs. Zombies with my kids and things like that. So I've been spending a lot of time just screwing around on mobile games.
Yeah. This is the laptop that we got. And I'll link it in chat. Actually, no, I don't think we had a silverback. Is this silverback? But it's the same stuff, so I'll just link it in chat real quick. If I can get back.
Evan's gonna be so mad at me when he sees Twitter.
Are you posting
I'm
me on
taking
Twitter?
a couple peeks.
Is that why my phone keeps on ringing? So,
Alien, I love it. I am so glad you got that one.
so.
I love you, Evan.
Oh, geez. So
Not
this
bad.
is how much of a nerd I am. I follow all these gaming personalities. So Dodger was like in coffee time the other day. She was like, well, we went to this whatever bar or whatever, and they had a thing where if you hashtagged a certain hashtag, it posted the tweet to the entire chain. So she started posting things like Vegeta giving the middle finger and like things like that, and they would show up against all of these things, and like gamers blew up this chain's hashtag. So by just posting random stuff and having it pop up on the TV at this bar. So
That's awesome.
oh, wow, I love being a gamer in this age. So
Yeah.
You do so many awesome things like that nowadays. You couldn't do that back in the old
I
days.
know hashtags are a wonderful thing.
Back when you had to like have a MSM Messenger or Yahoo Messenger up because you couldn't talk to
Oh
your
my
friends
gosh,
in your
yeah.
game, and you'd had to like tab out and send them a message like, "Hey, we're gonna play this."
Yeah, or running like 9 windows to get a decent recording.
Playing EverQuest 1 and being like, "Hold on, let me type in between my full heal." Full heal, okay, sit down for a while, type to a couple. Okay, full heal, sit down and type to people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was the best.
Lyric healing.
Yeah. That's what I loved old school MMOs. Is just like everything was such laid back and like it was social. And now MMOs are like you gotta get that quarter cast in, and I'm like, oh, like just relax, guys. Just
I am a WoW PvPer. See the shirt?
yeah.
I am a WoW PvPer, and I am so aggressive, and I am one of those where I'm like, okay, my rotation's got to be perfect. I got to get this just right because I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
So it's got to be just right.
Yep. Well, it does have to be just right if you're a hunter. That's why I play Locke, because you can just screw around and you still kill someone. So
That lol.
yeah. So, that's why I love playing Locke. But speaking of Baron's chat, let's go into this. So, community managers in games. How many? What do you think, experience-wise, should a community manager of a game have? And this is all spawned because I remember something that Deej posted on the Destiny forums when they did an interview. A guy's like, "So, do you remember Baron's chat?" And he's like, "What the heck is Baron's chat?" And I'm like, how are you a community manager of a multi-million-dollar community like Destiny if you don't even know industry standards like Baron's chat, like the reference there?
I think it's more about who they are as a person than what they've had, like, as far as their gaming experience, because somebody who's a community manager really needs to have a lot of patience and the ability to really work with everybody, because you gotta imagine they're dealing with 40-year-old gamers all the way down to 12-year-olds. I think that they should have some experience, not necessarily in every game, because a lot of people have a niche for a long time. I wouldn't play anything out of Sony's online games. I didn't want anything to do with WoW, and I wasn't getting the WoW references. I think that it's much more important to have people like Bashiok or a lot of the team over at EverQuest's Landmark, where they may not have as much experience as a lot of us who are like really, really, really into all the different games, but they're patient and nice people. I think that's significantly more important.
Yeah. And you get better at multitasking. So
That is a great shot, by the way. And I didn't see it, but now that I see it, that is so meme-worthy right there.
I win the internet today. I'm putting it on Reddit.
Darken that photo a little bit. Meme out of that. That is meme-worthy.
But yeah, so anyone else deal with any... I mean, you're not very big... Either of you aren't very big MMO gamers, so you don't really have to deal with community managers, but...
Yeah.
Ooh.
Sometimes I just think that... I'm like, where do they find these people to, like, do this? Like, they don't even know games, if that makes sense. So it's just weird.
I think we're in sort of an awkward age where... I think video games sort of blew up a lot faster than a lot of people had anticipated that it would. And I think we're in sort of an awkward generation where we're still sort of... People are still sort of getting into video games because I think like a lot of the companies... Well, first of all, I have the theory that a lot of companies are just like, they're there to make the money and they don't care about the games. But on the same sense, I feel like a lot of these community manager people may not necessarily all have backgrounds in gaming per se. Gaming has just become sort of a giant industry in the past, maybe 10 years or something like that. And I'm pretty sure they don't teach, internet community gamer, stuff and wherever you go to school to be a community manager or whatever. I don't feel like some stuff like internet culture when it comes to games and stuff like that is really taught in schools yet. When it comes to some of that stuff, and I feel like when it comes down to being, working in the PR department or whatever like that for video games, I don't think people have really get there. There's a few people that do it right, but a lot of people that still don't really, I don't think, get it. And I think that's maybe what it is. I feel in the next maybe like 10 years or so, I think we'll have a whole generation that has grown up with video games that are now in the industry too that get it. And that will, it'll be better. But for right now, I think we're just in an awkward transition period.
Yeah.
And that's
we're
why
going through
everybody's
that
being a
preteen gaming stage.
Yeah.
Whereas the
We're in
industry
that
is
moody
concerned. The
goth
industry is going through
stage.
puberty.
Yeah, we're in that moody
Gaming's going
goth
through puberty.
stage.
Yeah.
With the squeaky...
Gaming's just discovering new grounds and boob games.
Oh, we've had boob games. So I would like put like Leisure Suit Larry games like back when like gaming was a babe. So
yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. We had another topic. I forget what it was.
We wanted to talk about Apple censorship a little bit, but I don't know. That's kind of a moot point.
Yeah,
So.
I think we sort of missed that ball.
Yeah.
Anyway, there was another thing besides Iwata dying, which is of course sad.
Yeah. Respects to Iwata.
Yeah.
And
They posted a
family.
thing. I think it was either yesterday or today on the Nintendo Facebook page of like there's like a lot of like people have left things in front of Nintendo of America, so there's like a pile of flowers and plushies and art and stuff like that, and they just like thanked everybody for their support and things like that. Because I think I read that his funeral is today. It started today or whatever, and it was like a lot of people were really sad. But yep.
Like I think it's horrible to lose Iwata because I did grow up playing Kirby a lot. I think when Miyamoto passes away is going to be when the industry just shuts down for a while.
You think so?
I don't know if it'll ever shut down. But
I mean, in respect. I mean, that'll be
Yeah.
one of those times where all of us have kind of our moment of silence, even more so than Iwata.
yeah. Well, especially when Miyamoto goes, definitely. So
Yeah, Miyamoto's gonna. I mean,
Yeah.
Miyamoto's older than Iwata is. Isn't Miyamoto like in his 60s or something like that?
yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah.
I think Miyamoto though has actually taken up part of the responsibility of running the place in the meantime.
that's sad because he's given so much of his life to games, and so has Iwata. Like all these,
Right.
And I'm just like, just give them a break. Just let them design games for once. Just
Yeah.
let them do their thing. And that's the sad part is in game design now, you can pretty much be an indie company, design the game you want.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they had to work on things that they didn't want to work on. And you know what I mean? That,
Mhm.
like, well, I mean, Miyamoto still made games he liked, but, like, he had to be a toy designer for years, you know, that just not even working on video games and just designing toys for the company because that's what he did. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
think it's sort of I think it's sort of a bad time too, which kind of sucks because, you know, at the moment I think Nintendo is sort of going through a hard time with you know, they got a new console coming up, and if that doesn't take off, then they're going to get screwed. And you know, they got, of course, Miyamoto, of course, still working on the next Zelda game for next year or whenever that's coming out. And you know, I think the next 2 years are going to be really crucial for who they pick to run the place after, you know, they deal with all of the stuff from Iwata, and two, what the decision that person makes and how they want to, you know, run the place after that. Because I think if they keep, honestly, even if Iwata was still alive, to be honest, I didn't agree with everything Iwata did with the industry, but there's no doubting that some of his work has impacted the industry immensely.
Yeah.
And, you know, and you still, even though you may not agree with his decision, the guy, you had to respect the guy. You know, he's done a lot for the industry, and, you know, but I feel like even if Iwata was still there, I feel if the Nintendo kept going with what they, you know, have been doing lately, and I think we all know what we're talking about, what I'm talking about when I say what they've been doing lately. I think, you know, they have eventually start losing a lot of support from people, more than they already have. But yeah, so hence why you don't see a lot of Nintendo stuff on my channel.
Yeah, that's the thing is we older gamers, we have a lot of love for Nintendo. Because when we grew up, Sega's not around anymore. Okay, so if you were a Sega gamer, you know, that's just not around anymore.
Sonic.
Yes!
Sonic. But yeah, I know, and that's why I'm excited to play Freedom Planet this week. I'm like, yes, the Sonic game that isn't Sonic but is still Sonic.
Sorry,
But,
she started making the Sat AM Sonic song. I just had to start singing it. My bad. All right, keep going.
Fine.
We're good. We're good.
But you know,
It's on Netflix.
it's
Sorry,
Nintendo just has screwed up so much in terms of like YouTube, and I don't even like want to stream them on Twitch because I want to put my Twitch stuff edited and put it on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I do more stuff on YouTube, I'm a YouTuber who does Twitch rather than a Twitcher who does YouTube. So why, you know, like what end motive is there for me to stream Nintendo things now? Even though out of my consoles, I play my Wii U more than anything now. So.
Yeah, well, see, for me, I stream Nintendo stuff. I stream Nintendo stuff because I can't put a lot of that on my YouTube channel. So, you know, it's sort of the catch-22. Even like now, I don't even know if I'll be able to, because like I said earlier, I was playing through both Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker HD, and I've been having a lot of fun with that, with a lot of the people that would come in and, you know, comment on, I'm doing really stupid voice acting for all the characters and having fun with it. You know, I wanted to put some of that, like cut some of that best bits up and put it on YouTube. I don't even know if I can do that with Zelda, to be honest. They'll probably take that vid right off as soon as I uploaded it, but I'll try anyway. We'll see. Yeah, but that's one of the main reasons I play a lot of Nintendo on my stream is because I can't put a lot of it on my YouTube channel. So
yeah, so I mean, until that's fixed, we just won't see any Nintendo content other than like games that I'll be like, here's the game of the cartridge, and now I'm going to play it on emulator for you guys because I don't want to mess around with capturing 480p and trying to format it on YouTube. So
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, so I'll just do it on emulator and say forget about it. But I'll still have the cartridge. But
yeah,
it'll just work better that way. But I think that wraps up news for this week, unless something just broke. And I mean, we've had a slow news week.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I think that's what's
Leoric
going
is
on.
coming to Heroes of the Storm, like in the
Yeah.
next couple weeks. Come on.
yeah, well, I mean,
You of all people should be excited about that.
yeah, I am, but I'm not too excited about his moveset because it looks OP. So,
He's God mode. Oh my god. I'm
So-
gonna buy him right away.
Yeah.
Like I'm saving up my gold. I am buying him right
speaking,
away.
Speaking of Heroes of the Storm, sorry for my little mini rant here, but Heroes of the Storm, I am hating this. We're going to release these heroes that are OP for 1,500 gold, and then 2 patches later, we're going to put them down, their cost down to 10,000. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I usually wait. My husband, the
Yeah.
only one he couldn't wait on was Kael'thas because he loves Kael'thas so much. Like,
Yeah.
blood elf to the core kind of guy. So he bought Diablo
Yeah.
and Kael'thas immediately.
My friend Wayman, he doesn't know anything, and that's another thing. I'm gonna be doing a Warcraft 3 playthrough through the channel because no one I know really that watches my Heroes of the Storm stuff. They're like, "Where did these people come from?" I'm like, "Have you guys not played WoW?" And they're like, "No, we haven't played WoW." I'm like, "Do
Nope.
you guys play Warcraft? What's Warcraft other than I thought it was just WoW?" I'm like, "What? Like you guys there's this whole gap in gamers, and I just
Silly
realized
children.
that." If you weren't a PC
Wow,
gamer
it's
back in the day,
kids.
you have no clue what World of Warcraft is based on, which is better than World of
Yeah.
Warcraft. I'm sorry, no offense to World of Warcraft. Lore was better back in the Warcraft days.
You still play WoW.
But
You
he's
know
like, yeah,
You
oh,
got
sorry,
to
my
play
original
WoW.
point. He's like,
You got to play.
when he's like Kael'thas, he's like, yeah, Kael'thas.
Is that a
I'm
real
like,
song?
shut your mouth. So, so
See,
I was,
for me, I
Yeah.
never played WoW, but I know what
I
WoW
haven't
is.
either.
And I have, well, like I've had friends that were sort of in the WoW culture. I've done a lot of research over the years. I've watched a lot of videos on it, and I was like, I may not play WoW or Warcraft or anything like that because I barely played a PC when I was younger when those games came out. But at least I know what it is, and I know where some of these characters come from, rather than somebody who wants to play Heroes of the Storm and be like, I've never heard of WoW before. It's like, really? Like, do you know what a video game is? It's like,
I was so hardcore into WoW that I have the graphic novels, I have all the actual novels. I raided 6 nights a week. I did the arena and PvP. I was actually a judge for the WoW card game back before Hearthstone. There was a real card game, people. So I used to run tournaments for that and things like that. Like that was a huge part of my life for many, many, many years. My oldest son, who's now 7.5, had a onesie with our guild tabard design on it when he was a baby. So I really get into the lore of WoW more than what the games become.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I love Heroes of the Storm because it takes some of those characters back when they were still cool, like before Kael'thas became a douchebag.
Yeah.
And you get Warcraft 3 Kael'thas instead.
he's a douche.
Well, yeah, and Arthas has always been a jerk, like back in the day. So Sylvanas
Until
okay.
he dies. When he
Yep.
dies, he's redeemed.
Yes.
Fangirl.
oddly enough. So, until he takes out Sylvanas and bends her mind to his will. That's the one kind of jerk move he really does.
I'm sorry, Sylvanas is like the most evil character
I
in
love
Warcraft.
Sylvanas, so you leave Sylvanas
Yeah.
alone.
But let's just not pretend that let's just pretend she didn't know about the Wrathgate. Oh no, I didn't do it. Pestilzug did. It just happened to not touch any of the undead. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's WoW for you. So, I mean, like WoW, not Warcraft, WoW. So, I
Yeah.
like Jaina too, for some whatever reason. And it's not because she's a blonde sorceress that casts ice, which is pretty awesome. But I just like her lore and like who she is in this story. So, I don't know. But darn Garrosh Hellscream, why did they take Thrall out of WoW? Sorry for the huge rant, but Thrall was a much better character than Garrosh. Nerd.
You need
yeah.
to play the last expansion. I won't give spoilers. Just play it. Just watch what Thrall does, and you'll know that he's going to be the war chief again.
I'll just watch a Let's Play because I'm not getting back into WoW. I got burned too bad in my guild. So.
You can
Nope,
come play with
never
me.
again.
I don't play with other people except my husband because I'm isolationist and I just sit in my garrison all day.
Yeah, that's pretty
think
much
that's what we all
everyone
do.
does now, from what I hear.
I go to work, I interact with dumb people, I come home, and I interact with smarter people. That's my life right now.
Well, that's good to hear that I'm
Oh,
smart. Just by a little bit.
Some
This
days.
podcast is the only time I talk to people older than the age of 7, so I enjoy
Oh.
seeing you guys.
Hey, Liz, you can talk.
You can talk to me anytime.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm usually always on Skype doing something dumb. So there.
I actually have, speaking of job, there is a few guys at the grocery store who know me when I come in. They run the deli. And one of them asked me if my name was A-list, and I went, what? And so now every time I go in, they're like talking to me about Fallout, and I'm like, this is really cool.
Nice.
So
You
now,
find the nerds in places you never expect them.
I make a point of it. I went to Chick-fil-A, and we were talking about Mortal Kombat, and I'm like, dude, here's my channel.
yeah.
Yep.
But you don't do anything about Mortal Kombat, so whatever. Well, that's like me. I know, like, I play a ton of games that I just don't do for the channel, and that's going to change. I mean, you guys will all see it, but, 67 episodes later.
No, I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat because you guys don't need to see me curse that much on screen.
Oh my gosh. We should
It's like
play
a
some-
Gario all
Yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I not played that game. I'm not touching it.
Do it! Do
Nope.
Gario's
it!
fun.
No.
It's not that
Gario's
bad.
great. I got
My-
into number 1 for a little bit, and then someone shot the green things and then broke me up. And I was like, curse you. So,
Where the balls
try-
eat the little balls to be bigger balls.
yeah, that's right.
Exactly.
I ate Doge, and that was, everyone names their person Doge. There was like 6 Doges in my game of Agario.
I don't eat balls. I don't
Much
swing
Doge,
away.
much
I'm
balls.
sorry.
So what?
I don't do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
AgarioMods.com actually lets you
Custom
reskin
skin.
yours, and anybody else who's using it sees them too. So it's been really cool to see people have LD Shadow Lady actually was using her own skin for a while, the one that was made to look like her. So I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool, and they've added tons and tons of them. And you can use your own custom skins as long as you have them uploaded to Imager or your own blog somewhere where you can pull them from.
Yeah.
As long as they're not
I
too
don't
dirty.
have any of that.
Yeah.
So no. Sorry.
Well, I mean,
I have other better games to play that I'm not playing for some reason. So there.
yeah.
I have too
My
many
husband-
things in my Steam library that now I can't hear anybody.
Oh no.
My husband
Oh, there it is.
hates
Okay.
indie games, hates anything like that, and I put
Oh.
Agario on the screen, and he tried
Agreed.
playing it, and he did it for hours.
That's funny.
Nice.
That I can't afford. I don't have time to get addicted. I got other things to play that I can't get addicted to. Why would I play that one? Too much
Yeah.
time. Addiction takes too.
I tried it
time, I
one
can't
night.
do it.
I was like, I need to get stuff uploaded and edited. I'm just going to play Agario for 15 minutes. 3 hours later, I was like, oh, darn it, where did the time go? So, it's one of those games that you just get sucked into. Literally.
Uh-huh.
So.
I see what you.
Ah.
I
know,
see
right?
what you did there.
Yep.
All right.
The puns.
Oh, the puns. But that's, Leoric, Heroes of the Storm stuff. Skyforge got into open beta, so you guys will probably be seeing that more on my channel. I don't really, I don't know if I think that's it for news. So.
For the
Or is
most
that not-
part. Yep.
Yep. Other than Heroes you get into the beta of StarCraft 2 with the pre-order. That's kind of interesting for Heroes of the Void or whatever.
When is the beta for Overwatch? Has that happened already?
There's closed betas going on right now.
Okay.
I don't know if the servers are live or anything because I'm not in it. So I just don't care. If I'm not in it, I have other things I can devote my time to. If that makes sense. So,
No, well,
Yeah.
I just asked because I actually want to play Overwatch. It looks fun. But yeah, I see. I want to get in, and everybody's like, "Oh, well, that game looks like Team Fortress." It's basically just like Blizzard's Team Fortress. I'm okay with that because I like to play Team Fortress. But I spent so many years between like the original when Team Fortress 2 came out. I played that a lot for a while, and then I didn't play it, and then years later, now it's so much different, and people are so good at it that if I try to get into it now, it's just useless.
Oh,
So it's like, this is a game I want to get into at the beginning so I don't suck years down the line when I'm still playing it.
You should play Team Fortress with Anna and I sometime.
Yeah, you totally should.
So, I mean, that's...
Yeah, so I'll get blown up a third
A-list
of the time. That'll be great.
If you're on...
No, I'm good. I'm good.
No, why not? You don't play Hat Simulator?
Well, they just add that gunmetal update for Team Fortress, didn't they? With the contracts thing?
Well, there's always an update for Team Fortress 2, so there's always an event going on.
It's basically just a paid contract mode, which I probably wouldn't use for a while because I suck at it now. And
well, the thing is, you're getting unique skins. It's not just like straight up, you're not getting skins. Like, the more you use the weapon will wear on an algorithm or whatever, specifically how your weapon is going to look. So your weapon, no two weapons from the gunmetal update are going to look the same.
Right. Well, I understand how that works. I'm just saying it's completing the challenges things to get some of the gun skins and things like that. I don't feel like I'll be able to do because I'm not good enough at the game. So I don't want to waste $6 to get a contract. I probably wouldn't even be able to complete because I suck.
I don't know. You probably could. If anything, just go to an idle server.
Yeah, no, stay away from that.
And kill the people that are AFK. So
there you go.
If anything, if you can't get it yourself during the regular play, but yeah, I wouldn't suggest spending $6 anyways in TF2, so because it gets addicting, it very much does. So,
oh yeah, I had to break out of my Hearthstone thing there for a while because I was playing Hearthstone, and I was I tried for like 2 weeks to be like, oh, I can play this game without spending money. And then eventually, there was one night where I just kept getting wrecked online, and I was just seeing all these cards. I was like, how do I get these cards? And I was just like, screw it, I'm buying like a $10 pack or whatever. And I was just like, yep.
Yeah.
Packs. So there.
Yeah.
That's how I've been with skins on Heroes of the Storm.
Oh my gosh, I need to get Butcher first before I get skins. And
I bought Zagara. I bought Desert Queen Zagara. She's gorgeous.
Sorry, I think you're better off with Kerrigan, but
I have her too. I have Succubus Kerrigan.
I know, and I want that skin too.
Oh my!
Yeah, it's very risque.
I have fake double D's Kerrigan.
Yeah.
Very tempting.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been playing Murky a lot in Heroes lately. For whatever reason, me and Murky have been like this, and I have like a 90% win rate with him. So like,
but I'm playing with you. Because I need to start getting back into Heroes again. Brad keeps annoying me to play Heroes. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, we're going to do it. And then I'm like, no, I get home from work too late.
Once we wrap up the podcast.
I actually found out I'm good with Nazebo. And I hate Nazebo.
Really?
But then my ranking, my stats at the end of every single one were like, most hero damage. And I'm like, really? Me?
Yeah, well, you can throw spiders.
So I bought him.
You can just fire and forget. Yeah, Nazebo's great. So he was my first main. Now it's either Murky or Stitches, so. Or Zeratul.
I have yet to play Heroes.
You need to. It's free. Come play.
Yeah, it's fun.
I know. It's like, I've been meaning to. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
It'll suck your time.
Well, that's the problem. I have no time.
Yeah.
At the moment.
It's a game that's definitely better to play with friends. Yes, you have to play that game with friends. It's much better. I tried playing it myself a couple of times, and it's just not as good because half the time you're afraid to talk to anybody else when you're a noob because I'm afraid they're gonna yell at me and like, what are you doing, you freaking dude? What's going over there?
Develop your armor.
I can't.
I prefer when the people do that because then I'll give them like, I don't want to be like, try hard or whatever, but I'm like, hey, next time, it gives me a little patting when I'm like, dude, get on the objective. You know what I mean? Like, hey, next time people generally fight on the objective. So when you see that objective pop up on the map, generally get there. You know what I mean? Like, if you say you're a noob, I will treat you like a noob and expect that. And you know what I mean? Like, I'll be nicer. if that makes sense.
I've been
You are
playing
one
with
of
viewers.
very
That's
few
been fun.
people.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But, yeah.
But I also solo queue a ton. So, but I'm Heroes League rank 12 now, so that's exciting. Once I get on with the guys, I can probably get to rank 1 eventually. We've been winning every match, so.
I'll listen to you. We're really winning every match. So we're
Well, we
freaking
do,
awesome.
so that's why I'm sad that I'm like, you know what, no one watches my Heroes guide, so I'm just not going to do Heroes of the Storm stuff, like Heroes footage. I'm just going to do highlights for my channel. So, whatever.
I do have one person that I watch for Heroes of the Storm videos, like, religiously.
Yeah.
And I think the most interesting videos to watch are the ones where they're like, okay, well, here is the spec that everybody does, and here's an alternative and how to play it. Those are my favorite ones to see, because there's a lot of times with these cookie cutter specs that I'm like, that fits the character, but it doesn't fit me. It's not my play style. So it gives you a jumping point to kind of develop your own when somebody's showing how you can make the other things work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's kind of what I do. If there's multiple viable builds for a player, and I'm not like, oh man, you can't play this, but I build Stitches weird. I build Murky very, very different than other people do. But, you know, it's, yeah. I mean, I'm all about just build what you want to build and forget about it. So, no worry about min-maxing. People will check your talents and yell at you sometimes, but as long as you win, who cares? So, it was great.
Who cares?
I got swore out the other day because you know the internet. And then I was like, check scoreboard after this match. And sure enough, highest hero damage, highest siege damage, and highest XP contrib. And we won by me taking on core solo as Murky. So, like, that's...
Suck it, nerds!
Yeah, I got called try hard, but I don't care. I don't care. If you come into my...
I'm high on everything.
If you tell me that I suck and then I do way better than everyone else, then you deserve it.
Yeah.
So...
Holy crap.
Yeah, but let's go... Yeah, let's end the stream and let's go play Heroes a little bit. Unless you're all busy.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to today.
Oh, no one...
I've got 300 bottles of glow-in-the-dark FEV virus video game themed nail polish to fill, so
I know.
that's
you're
my
busy.
afternoon.
Yep, I
Oh,
know.
that sounds fun.
I'm sorry. It'll be me.
That's what I
and
need your
no one
artwork
else,
for.
Because Evan kind of is backing out too.
Well, it's not that I don't want to play. It's just like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't want to get sucked into something too much because I'm gonna have to be doing dinner here soon, and I got a stream going on tonight, and I haven't made any videos today.
Oh, okay. Then I'll just go record too.
Yeah. So I mean, like, definitely I want to play some, but like I said, I've been doing Nintendo stuff all week in Zelda, so my stream tonight's probably gonna be Zelda again.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
Yeah,
go
I got
ahead.
art commissions to finish.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and wrap up, and then we'll disperse and let everyone go about their busy lives.
We both did the same thing. That was not planned.
Yes.
That was not planned. That
No.
was, I just.
No.
But all right, so I'll go first. I'm Captain Chris. You can find me here on Twitch, or if you're watching the VOD on YouTube of this, then you can find me on Twitch at Locked On Target Show. Same place you find me on YouTube at Locked On Target Show, and you can find me on Twitter at Locked On Chris. So because Locked On Target was taken by someone else, whoever it was took it, and I can't really get a name that, and Locked On Target Show is too long for Twitter. So I'm Locked On Chris, and I do YouTubes and stuff. Lots of YouTubes. So, Anna?
Lots of YouTube.
Oh, hi. I'm Anna from Hickville Productions. I'm a YouTuber. I'm also a digital artist by the handle White Ice Panther. And you can find me on Twitter at Hickville Prods, which should be on the screen, or, Hickville Productions on YouTube.
Yep. And she also takes commissions for art.
Yep.
So
I do art commissions, and I'm a Let's Player, and I'm doing a fitness vlog because I'm getting in shape. So, yeah.
All right. Evan?
That's all right. I just I posted the pic that Alias just made of me on Twitter.
Yeah, I see.
Really happy.
Okay, I posted Chris on Facebook.
That was
really?
what? Oh, you posted it? Okay, fine. Post it everywhere.
Got
That's
tagged in the
basically
post.
what I was trying to say. She hit the nail right on the head, by the way. Hi, I'm Evan the Picture Pusher. I've been doing the YouTubes as well. You could probably assume that most of us are on YouTube in some way. I am Evan the Picture Pusher on YouTube. I do Let's Plays. I do first impression videos of games I've never played before. I do Twitch streams as well under PXL Evan here on Twitch. I stream. I try to stream at least every other night most of the time. Like I said, this week has been a Nintendo week, obviously, because I'll probably be playing Zelda tonight. If you want to come by, hit that follow button. Well, you could probably click on me. Dan, go hit the follow button over in the other channel because he wants to do Chris's channel. I'm just, whatever.
That's true.
Don't follow him. Come over. No, I'm just kidding. You follow both. Follow all of us. Just go all around. Just hit all the buttons.
Hit all the buttons.
And yeah, so
Hit
come
all
over.
the things.
Hit all the buttons. I've been going through Portal Stories, the free fan-made Portal sequel game or Portal prequel game with my friend Brad. I've been doing that this week. I've been playing lots of Life is Strange. I might be I'm gonna record it, but I don't know if I'm gonna put it up on my channel. I'm gonna be playing this side-scroller RPG on Steam called Lisa, which sounds interesting. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. If not, I might just Twitch it. I might just stream it.
I'll tune into that because I heard that's good. So
yeah,
I think I've looked at that one.
So.
Yeah, it was on sale last week or something, and I bought it, and I was like, yeah, that looks really, really funny. So yeah, that's me.
All right,
Thank
Alice.
you. Good night.
Hi, I'm Alice, and I'm Alice Endura over on YouTube. I do Bethesda games as well as indie games. I also have a personal channel you can follow me on, which is Alice IRL. I do a lot of video game-inspired nail art. I also have a cosmetics brand that is all inspired by video games, so I live, breathe, eat this stuff. And you can always follow me on Twitter. I'm there constantly and answer comments from my phone. So comment on the videos, and I'll see you guys over there.
All right. So until we meet again, stay on target. Anna, you can do your closing too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll just.
Until the next video, I'll see you, and I'll yell later.
And then you guys really don't have closings, so.
I should come up with a closing. I should come up with a closing.
You need to come up with
I'll see
closing.
you guys in the next one.
Yeah, we'll see you in like 2 weeks' time or something
Do
like
your
that.
YouTube
so
thing.
stay
Like,
classy,
favorite,
San Diego.
subscribe, blah, blah, blah. There.
5 stars.
Yep.